Hi everyone, Adam with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Konig self-tensioning K-Summit XXL snow tire chains on our 2019 Toyota Tacoma. So these chains are going to be made of a manganese nickel alloy steel, so they are going to last a long time, wear relatively evenly, and resist against that salt that might be on the road whenever you are in a snowy situation. But what really sets these apart from most is just obviously the design of it. The fact that we can actually just slip these over, put something over our lug nut, tighten it down, and then roll over it, and it's actually going to self-center and self-tighten, which is always a plus for me. Another thing is we're just going to have a lot of different traction here. We actually have icebreakers, which you don't see with a lot of different tire chains. And also, even the plastic pieces right here, they have some studs right here just to prevent any excessive wearing of this plastic piece here. But another thing that I would really just kind of throw out there is just the fact that we don't have any contact with our wheels here, like none at all. If you put the right spacer in down here, we're not going to have any contact with it, so you really don't have to worry about it. If you have a higher end wheel that you want to keep nice, I would definitely suggest these. So we are going to get a diamond pattern here, which is going to be great for starting, stopping, and turning, of course. And we do have some steel self-tensioning springs, so these are going to be used just to kind of keep that tension going, and also just for adjustability for those other tires you may have. By taking some of these off, we had to take two of them for this tire, but as you can see, we have an extremely nice fit. Another great thing, they are really easy to install and also super easy to take off as well. We have a quick release pin here, just kind of like on a ratchet strap. You just go like this, pop that out, and it's just going to be a little bit easier for you guys, so you're just spending less time outside in the elements and more time moving. So these are designed to be an extremely quick install, but there are a couple things that we need to figure out for our specific tires here and our wheels. So we're going to go over that in the install, so let's just go ahead and get to it. So the first thing that we want to do, if you haven't already, is just look at your tire size. It's going to be around here in the inner rim somewhere, and you just need to click the right tire size on our website to get you the right chains. So hopefully you guys have already done that, and we have these right here. The next thing that you need to do is grab your instructions. On the back, it's going to tell you the model of these actual chains here. And then you open up your instructions. Under K77, we're going to find our tire size, which is in this little group here. We're going to take out two of those links, and then we're pretty much done with that. We do have all the tools included, and these are going to be the links that we're going to be taking out. We just need two of them, but I have already gone ahead and done that on these guys right here. So basically what that's going to do, by not having that bolt in there, it's going to spread these out a little bit, making them a little bit bigger to get you a custom fit. And now we want to go ahead and take our bolt, spacer, and lug nut holder here, and we're going to have some options. So what we need to do is make sure that they're going to fit on our lug nuts. And I have already gone through and found the one that fits the best, but we do have a pair of 4 that comes with our kit. But then there's also one that is actually pre-installed on this little piece here. So once we have all of that figured out, then we can go ahead and actually start installing our chains. I will recommend that you guys actually do this in your garage before you get into the situation when there's snow involved, just so you have everything ready to go and you know what's going on whenever the time is right. So now we can just go ahead and just start fitting this over our tire. And of course, we're not going to be able to get it all the way around. Just do your best to get it into the meat of that tire. So now that we have it somewhat in place, we just want to make sure that the top plastic pieces are hugged really snug up to our tire. Then we can take our bolt spacer and lug nut here, and we can go ahead, unscrew it, and we're going to go ahead and put this bolt through this plastic piece here, and then our spacer, and just kind of get it somewhat threaded in And then what we want to do is pick a lug nut and get it into place here. And as you can see, it is at a bit of an angle, and I'm hitting the center cap here. So what I'm going to have to do is we are going to use the same size because this fits, but I am going to have to go in our kit and grab the longer bolt and spacer. So now with our spacer that is included and our longer bolt, do that same exact thing and see if we get a better fit. We do want to make sure that this plastic is going to be on the facing the inside of our wheel. And as we tighten this down, it's going to lock on that lug nut. And now we can take our included tool and tighten all that up. And this is going to be pretty nice compared to just a normal wrench, just because it does have a plastic coating on the outside and it gives you plenty of leverage, so you don't have to be out in the cold any longer than you need to. Get it nice and tight. Give it a good wiggle, and we should be good. So now all we really need to do is use our little ratchet strap here to get it nice and sucked down to that wheel. But what we're going to have to do is actually roll over these a couple times, and then it will eventually just kind of right up into our tire. And then we'll come back out and check, and then we'll be ready to hit the road. So do your very best to tighten this down until you see this red line here. But if you can't do that before you roll over, whenever you roll over it a couple times, come out and just give it a good tighten real quick and see if you can see that red line here. And then that will just kind of help and just suck up the rest of your change to your tire. So once you roll over it a couple of times, come back out and just make sure and check, see if it's nice and tight. And if you can't see this red line here, just go ahead and give it a couple more clicks just to make sure it's nice and tight around your tire. But it is going to be the same exact installation process on both sides. So you can go ahead and repeat all of these processes we showed you today on the other side. Well, everyone, that just about does it for our look at the Konig K-Summit XXL self-tensioning snow tire chains on our 2019 Toyota Tacoma.